Yeah, today for lunch, we're gonna be cooking a pork chop, and we're gonna stuff it with a little bit of cream cheese. And I'm actually using one that's pretty thick today. This is perfect for stuffing. So that's the plan. Let me show you how to do it. So we're using some cream cheese, and I bought the cheapest one I could. This is a Food Club. Then so we got the little piece of cheese cut right here. Of course, we got our pork chop. This is a little over probably 1 inch thick. And the trick to doing it is you want to make an incision, and then what you do is you take your knife, a sharp knife, got to be sharp, and you leave it in one spot, and you kind of go around to each side as far as you can, and that'll open up a pocket inside of the chop. And like I said, try not to go outside the edge of it, you know, where it breaks breaks through the meat. And you can open your hole up a little bit bigger, just so we can get the cheese, you know, stuffed inside of our little cavity. And you can kind of cut it in little chunks like this, and they should just go in pretty easily. And you can put as much as you want. It'll fill up a pretty good amount. So let me get that done. I'm gonna use this whole amount. And I'm also put some of this cheese in there too. This is some Habanero cheddar cheese, and most cheeses aren't too hot. This one's actually hot. So you can see the heat level, and it's legit. I mean, it's really hot. And I'm gonna cut a little chunk of this one off too, and I'll put it in there as well, just to give a little heat inside the meat. So yeah, let me get that done. And pretty simple, just kind of get your cheese here, and like I said, you can fill this cavity up with quite a bit of stuff. It'll keep expanding the actual meat. 2 pieces is probably enough, but I'm gonna put all 4. Get it nice and stuffed with some hot cheese in there. So that's it. We got cream cheese and we got habanero cheddar cheese in there. Like I said, we got a nice big cavity now. So let's go ahead and get that tied up so it don't leak out. Now, these things are pretty handy. The ends pointed, and I got about 10 of these. So when I make when I stuff meat, you know, it's pretty easy to close the hole up with it. So you basically just take it like this, and then I usually just come down again like such, and there you go, nice and sealed. So now we can put that in the air fryer, and we ain't got to worry about all the cheese oozing out the hole over here. We'll go ahead and season our chop now. I'm going to use some fresh ground black pepper. I'm actually keep the seasonings pretty simple on it. And I got to have a little bit of salt. Just using regular old table salt. So we'll put a little bit of salt on it. So let me get both sides done. And of course, it's a good idea to try to get the edge here with some salt on it as well, and maybe a little bit of black pepper as well. That way all sides are nice and seasoned. Then I usually just take the chop and just kind of go in the black pepper like such. That way you get it all on that nice edge, because that fat will get nice and crispy. So, and don't cut no fat off. If you're doing the carnivore diet, you want to leave as much fat on the meat as you can. So that's it. Okay, we got our chop on our little grate here. I didn't pre-oil it. I don't think it's going to stick because of the pork. But actually, let me pre-oil it first. So you could either oil the grating or just oil the meat. This is some beef that I cooked that I had a little bit of the tallow left over. So we're going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to just melt that in the microwave and get that ready. Okay, I got my my beef fat melted in the microwave, and I'm actually do the grating. That way it doesn't the black pepper doesn't come off the meat. So that's it, just so it won't stick. I will go ahead and get this ready for the air fryer. I'm gonna do it at 400 degrees, and I'm gonna put it about in the middle of my air fryer. And just we're gonna do it at 400 degrees, and I'm gonna start out at do 10 minutes to start. All right, our first cook cycle is complete. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it just so it gets even cook. So basically, just kind of go ahead and give it a flip, and I will cook this side for 10 minutes. And back in the air fryer it goes, and we'll do another 10 minutes. So I got 3 minutes left on this cook cycle, and I want to go ahead and check my chop to see how cooked it is. So let's check it first, then we'll continue to go the full 20 if we need to. Okay, so we're sitting around 131, and there's going to be a lot of juice that's going to squirt out probably, but it is what it is. Yeah, I got a little bit coming out. I was trying to only check it one time, but we got a few minutes to go. Put this back in for about another 5 minutes, then we'll check it again. So currently we did 17 minutes. Okay, this was a total of 22 minutes. And now we'll see what we got on our chop. That's I like trying to stick it one time because some of the juice comes out if you check it too early. And, you just put it about in the middle of the chop again in a different spot. And we'll go ahead and see what the temperature is at now. We're looking for 145 or a little bit over, but you at least want to get it to 145. So I think we should be there now. So you don't want to overcook it. You overcook it, it becomes dry, you know. So I think that's a perfectly cooked chop right there. And it's still climbing, so it's a little past 145. And we can check at one more spot back here where there's no cheese just to make sure. So yeah, 150, so we're well over 145. So there you go. Each time I took it out, I did clean my grabbers because the first couple of times I grabbed it with it, it wasn't really cooked. So now it is. So now we're safe, and I got a clean plate as well. So make sure you don't put it on the plate you checked earlier and all the juice came out because it might contaminate it. It's not fully cooked yet. So this is lunch. I grab your little skewer. Uh, they cool off pretty quick, so just pull that out. We can reuse that another time. A lot better than toothpicks because you can reuse them. And they're sharp. They go in the meat real easy. So make sure you don't poke yourself with it because it's very sharp. So there you go. We'll cut it open and we'll give it a little taste. All right. Go ahead and give it a little cut here and show you what the inside looks like. Oh, there's so much cheese in there. This is going to be absolutely incredibly good tasting. I mean, trying to see if we can get a little picture of everything here. So, as you can see, we got the cream cheese, as long as with the habanero cheese that's in there. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty good here. Let's give it a little taste, see what we got. I've been having it resting about 8 minutes or so now. So, there you go. Them two cheeses go pretty good together. And that habanero got some heat to it. So if you don't like heat, maybe use pepper jack or a different type of cheese. But that habanero is good. And this is some bone broth. Gotta put a little bit of mozzarella in. I'm gonna have that as like a little soup on the side. So there you go. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thanks.